Our political correspondent Gavan Reilly is at Leinster House for us. Gavan, he was in the job for almost 2 years. How much of a surprise is this decision?
It certainly seems to be even a surprise to him, because Alan Kelly, in his quite emotional press conference at the plinth here at Leinster House this evening, seemed to suggest that he had no idea that this was coming, but that a couple of days ago all of the other 10 members of the Labour Parliamentary Party, that's the other 6 TDs and the 4 senators, all came to him and collectively said that they had lost confidence in his leadership. Now, as you say, he'd only been in the job for 2 years. There had been no general elections, no local elections. There had been Shannon and Dáil by-elections, and Labour had won every single seat that it had contested. But Alan Kelly said that he was not in the mood to try and resist the party's wishes for him to step down.
I was advised by my parliamentary colleagues on Tuesday morning that they had lost collective confidence in my leadership. This was a surprise to me, but I accepted the decision immediately. We had a number of frank discussions in recent weeks, if I'm being honest, and especially over the last week or so. And I have to acknowledge that we haven't been able as a party to move on in the opinion polls.
And it is likely that position in the opinion polls, Labour struggling to breach the 5% barrier, which has ultimately led to this resignation of Alan Kelly. There has been a consistent desire on the party to try and get back towards double figures, the figures that it used to command routinely in opinion polls before politics became quite so fragmented. But Alan Kelly has not been able to lead the party back to that level of popularity. He says that there is a certain amount of a hangover from the party's last period in government, when of course he was the minister responsible for the controversial water charges, but he also acknowledges that there is still other issues at play as well.
I did find it difficult to get momentum becoming a party leader during a pandemic. Genuinely found it quite difficult. When you're in that environment, it's very hard to get political traction. We're workers. We're the party of work. We fight for workers. You know, our whole raison d'etre is to deliver for people who work and want to work, and those who are underprivileged, deliver a fair society. It was very difficult to push out that message during COVID.
So Alan Kelly will remain as the party leader at least for a couple of weeks until a successor can be replaced. There is no immediate suggestion as to who that successor may be, but the successor does have to be a member of Dáil Éireann, which means that there are not too many options. Alan Kelly and Brendan Howlin have already been Labour leaders. That leaves you with only 5. The inside suggestion suggests that it may be the party's shortest serving TD but longest serving parliamentarian, Ivana Bacik, who may perhaps be the new candidate by acclamation. However, it will be a couple of weeks before nominations officially close and we know who will be succeeding Alan Kelly as the Labour Party leader. He, in the meantime, intends to remain on as a TD for Tipperary.